All right, welcome to the daily market analysis for 27 May. What we're going to do tonight is go over updates of the market since last night and also identify setups happening tonight going into tomorrow. This will be our last webinar for the week. We'll be back Sunday to bring y'all the weekly beginning market analysis. All right, first pair we're going to cover is going to be NC. I pushed this signal out last night. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. They issued us a star right here pinning the 50 EMA 2 times. Not really a railroad track because those two candles are not flush, but they pin the 50 EMA twice, right? That's one indicator. The star is another indicator. And the fact that it happened on Wednesday, right? Wednesday, Thursday is a midweek reversal. This is what we expected, right? TDI hit that mid-level line, right? Not quite at the 50. I mean, at the top Bollinger Band yet, right? But we seen it approaching that mid-level line. That's another indicator. We'll drop down to the 4-hour. They gave us first leg, second leg. We took it at the second leg. I'll explain once we get down to the lower time frames. But you see that first leg, they issued us that star is now a moon, right? TDI hit that high level line and it was outside the top Bollinger Band, came back in and just touched well, as it was crossing into the top Bollinger Band, it closed right below that, back below that high level line on that second leg and continued down. All right, that's what we like to see. You can see this M a lot clearer on the 1-hour time frame. Zoom out. All right, so first leg, second leg, a lot of consolidation. Once they hit that high of Asian, the high of the day, they consolidated a little bit and then gave us a third hit, right? We entered here-ish. I can't remember what time I pushed. It was somewhere in here, right? Actually, it was here. Yep, during this candle. Once they retested the high of the day, I pushed it a little premature from what we usually do, but I seen once they were closing below that it was solid. And they came down during London, continued during US, retested that low, right? Consolidated, giving us a W, right? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of consolidation. Actually, they're continuing, so 9 hours of consolidation. Usually we would exit at this time after 2 to 3 hours of no movement. We would take it, but because we know that this is a peak formation, right? We're expecting tonight an away from peak drop, continuing down, right? And this happened during on Wednesday going into Thursday. So that is really our money day, Wednesday and Thursday. Sometimes Friday is when they do their midweek reversal, right? So it happened Wednesday. They started first leg on Wednesday, Thursday, second leg, and continued down. We got 1 day of drop, another day of drop. So we're expecting them to continue down tonight, right? And then pull up aggressively tomorrow morning, right? To end the week into consolidation. But if they give us another W, right? If they come back up, actually, if they come up past this 13 EMA tonight, we'll just say that. We'll use this as a reference. If they come up past this 13 EMA, we'll go ahead and take profit. And that'll be on the 1-hour time frame. As of right now, they've extended that low, exceeded it, right? Giving us a new low. This is the low of the day now. So just wait for that W to see if they come back down, retest, and take off, or if they come up, come back down, and continue down. All right, so more to follow on that. As of right now, we are pull this down some more. 42 pips, plus 42 pips, right, in profit. So we'll try to take as much profit as possible. All right, moving on to NJ. This is another trade that I took last night. I did not push it because we were in NC, and just in case one of Nick pairs panned out, I wanted to leave y'all some margin. But I personally took this, and it did not pan out. Let me go ahead and show you on the 1 hour time frame. Draw this over. All right, so last night I'll start on the 4 hour for y'all so y'all could get a clear picture. All right, so last night this sun was down here, right? We always say that the indicators are not law, right? They're just a reference point. This is to grab your attention. Hey, start paying attention to this pair. All right, this is a perfect example of that. That star was here last night, right? TDI was outside of the Bollinger Band, right? This is what we like to see. It was consolidating for hours, right? And we'll drop down to the 1 hour time frame. It had given us 1 and 2 hits to the high, right? So I took this, actually 1, 2. It didn't exceed this leg, this first leg. So I took this. No, I'm wrong. I'm in the wrong day. So I was right. 1, 2 hits to the high, right? And I was waiting for them to come back last night. And once they did come back to this high and they closed here. No, they closed here and they railroad tracked. I took this short, right? Set a 15 pip stop loss, and they continued up, and I got taken out about here. So I knew that they were going to do their vector push to this 25 pip box, and I was expecting them to give another M, right, and drop, but they stopped right at the beginning of the US session, right, and then came back and painted a second leg. Actually, that it exceeded that one, so they gave us a new high, right? This is our reference point for tonight. Here's our second hit right here, and I'm expecting them to drop tonight. So again, they gave us 3 hits last night. That was the first one back there, second one, third one. They hit that 13. They didn't cross it, right? And they continued up. So tight stop, small loss, right? And then they continued up. We're waiting for that same setup tonight. So they could take off from here since they've already given us that second leg, but they haven't closed below that 13 EMA yet on the 1 hour time frame. I'm expecting them to come back up, and if they don't close below, and retest that high before taking off, right? So on the 30-minute, they've already crossed. Because those M's are not really sharp, I'm not going to push that signal up. They've already issued a star, right, at the low of the day. TDI is at the bottom Bollinger Band now, giving us a very lazy W. So hopefully they come back up, and I'll push that signal out as soon as the time is right. All right, moving on to AN. Any questions so far? All right, moving on to AN. So on AN, on the daytime frame, they have issued us a moon, right? TDI is outside of the bottom Bollinger Band. That's what we like to see. And they are right here at this 800 EMA. It's a good reference point. And they stopped and pinned right here at this 000 line, the solid line. That's what we like to see. We'll drop down to the 4 hour time frame. A lot of consolidation, right? You can see the first leg here, and then the second leg, and then they've taken off to the 13. I'm expecting them to come back down, hopefully, and give us a better second leg than this right here. They do that to basically keep us from getting a good entry. The consolidation usually just means a completion of level, but we know what to look for, what not to look for. So drop down to the 1 hour time frame. So here was that first leg. Here's that second leg. They took off right here at that 50 EMA. Right, that's where I'm expecting them to stop tonight. So far during the Asian, they had 36. So doubt they're going to keep pushing up, right, and blow that Asian range box back out. So this is where I plan for them to come tonight, either here or the middle of the Asian range, and then continue up. Once they do that, I will push that signal out once the EMAs cross at the appropriate time. All right, not going to go over EA. That's gone. NU's gone. All right, UC on the daytime frame, they've come back down to retest, right? There's a lot of consolidation here. A lot. I'll back out a little bit. UC has been dropping for a very, very, very long time. For months now. This level right here has a lot of induces in there, right? Trying to get people to go short, right? Back out a little bit more, trying to get them to go short so they can go ahead and pull up and get some of that money back. So here at current price action, they have hit that market baseline right below that mid-level line. So there's no indicator here yet on the 4 hour time frame, which is okay because we have a major triangle here. We know that the bias is long until they break this, right? Our bias is going to stay long. I'll drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Here's our first leg and our outside structure, right? And they basically consolidated. This is a round W, right? First leg, second leg, and then they continue rounding the price. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't personally like it. So you can see that they are pinning this 50 EMA. So what I'm expecting and hoping that they'll do is come back down here to retest, giving us a better second leg, similar to the pair I covered earlier. Right, once they do that, then we'll go ahead and take it long. But as of right now, we're going to sit aside. If they continue up, then that's fine. We have other pairs that we are currently focused on. All right, moving on to EJ. EJ on the daytime frame has exceeded the high yet again, and as of right now, they are railroad tracking. You see TDI is hitting that top Bollinger Band. They issued us a sun. It's what we like to see. So we'll go to the 4 hour time frame. Here's some consolidation. At least 12 hours, right? In the past day, they've consolidated, and they're working on another candle here. TDI blown out of the top Bollinger Band. Right? It's what we like to see. It's what we like to see. Here we got first leg and a lot of consolidation. As long as they don't exceed this high, once they come back up tonight and give us a better second leg, then we'll take it. All right, but as of right now, it's not looking too hot. I don't care for it. A lot of sideways movement. They dipped a little bit during right here at that border between Thursday and Friday, and then came back up. Now you can see TDI is moving sideways right now. It came back into the Bollinger Band. We'll drop down to the 30 minute. You can see it a little better. First leg, second leg. Um, Still a lot of consolidation. Hoping they come back up and give us a better second leg as of right now. They usually do this when there's a news release coming too. Let me see what news we have so I can let y'all know if a drop is going to happen soon. So a lot of news for the euro. It's low news, a lot of green news, but they still could use that and move the market in a major way. So the next news release for euro is in 3 hours. That'll put us at about what 11-12. So that's pretty much in line with our time. So that'll put us at the end of Asian, right in between the Asian and London. So the Asian box. So at the end of this blue box here, we'll see what they do tonight around that time. All right, UJ on the daytime frame, they have issued us a moon, right? And they've come back up to retest this. They've exceeded these previous levels, right? Coming back up to retest this. They could stop here. TDI has hit that top Bollinger Band. That's what we like to see. Because they have exceeded those previous levels, we are looking for a M, right? They gave us an outside structure, consolidated, right? Or not consolidated, railroad track. Those closed flush, and then they exceeded that high. Actually, they stopped right at it. Yep, they stopped right at it. So this outside structure is still valid. So this could be that second leg. You see TDI is blown way outside of that Bollinger Band, that top Bollinger Band. So we'll drop down to the 1 hour. Nope. So this is no longer the outside structure. Here we got first leg. We're just waiting for that second leg tonight on UJ. And there is no US or yen news tonight. Not until 10 hours from now. So they could continue to push up, right? And then give us another pattern, another M. We shall see though. We got first leg. We're just waiting to see how they behave once they come back up and retest. So they could hit this high and then drop, or continue pushing up to the 25 pip box, right, and give us an M and then drop. So that's what we'll be expecting tonight. All right, moving on to CJ. Essentially the same thing as UJ. They've given us a new high on the daytime frame, exceeded these levels right here. Issued us a sun. TDI is on its way up to the high level line, right, which is better than it just hitting the top Bollinger Band. We love it when it's here at this high level line. That's what we like to see. So far, they've given us first, working on that second leg on the 4 hour time frame. TDI is blown way out of the top Bollinger Band. That's what we like to see. And again, with the price action on the hour time frame, consolidation, a lot of up and down, waiting for them to come back up and retest. You see TDI is at that extremely high level line, and they just came back into the top Bollinger Band right there at the beginning of the Asian session. All right, so looking to go short on CJ as well. All right, moving on to AC. Not gonna cover this one. GA, GA is a good one. So on the daytime frame, issued us a moon. This is a nice M right here. It closed below this wick right here, and TDI is hitting that top Bollinger Band now. Drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Here we are, first, second. You go to the top of this candle, and it closed below this wick right here. So this is still valid. First leg, second leg. That outside structure is still good. So we'll drop down to the 1-hour time frame. Here we are, first leg, and a very, very lazy M, right? First, second, and then crossing down. If they come back up and give us a better entry, then we'll take it. That second leg is very early in Asian. I don't take early Asian session trades. All right, moving on to, oh, nope, that's Nick's pairs. All right, so that's all. Do you have any questions? All right, I lied, Nick. I do like GU. I didn't. Ooh, GJ too. And not yet EG. Okay, well, are you gonna do the pin or?
Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm unmuted. I'm gonna have to do the pin. I did get back home in time, but like I said, my laptop is just not what it used to be. It's taking a little bit longer to load.
Okay, well.
So I'm ready when you all go.
All right, it's on GU.
All right. So GU, very very interesting pair we got going on here. Let's see. So yesterday we had a massive spike, and this really happened across all the British pound-based pairs. As you can see on the day chart, that is a huge bar. It moved, I think it was 130 pips yesterday. But the good news is it respected the high, that initial high. Okay, so we're looking actually to, we're actually still looking for a short bias here. We're not quite really ready to change our bias. We move down to the 4-hour chart for me. And zoom out for me a little bit there. As you can see, we've got our triangle set up, and that spike from yesterday, they retested the high. If you'll remember, I talked yesterday about how they have been in this range. Can you zoom out for me a little bit more? Just one click, I think, should do it. Yep. So they've been in this range right here for a long time. Yesterday, I felt more confident they were going to start the short trend bias that we had. However, there was apparently still more money up in that range. Market makers went back up to get it, but that sun didn't move, and they respected the high. So we're now looking to take it short again. If we can get in at that peak formation again, all the way up there, one of these days it's gonna blow past. Right. Let me highlight this for you. Blow past this level. Right. This is kind of this range right here. Right. Is where I want to see them close below to help start to confirm that that trade, that short bias. Okay. So can you go to the 1-hour chart? I just want to highlight the TDI on the 1-hour chart. TDI is blown outside of the Bollinger Band. They're wide open, right? Those Bollinger Bands are wide open. So we're looking for them to retest outside of the Asian session into the London. If they give us a clear M, we're going to take it at the appropriate time. So really looking forward to that being an opportunity for us. Okay, moving on. GJ. GJ, I don't like. GJ moved probably 200 pips, I think it is.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I think that's where my math was when I was doing my check down. So they moved 200 pips, really unexpected, um, but it's off the board for now until we get a better setup.
I love GJ. If they set up, I'll push that out.
Okay, you want to cover that on what you like about it?
Huh?
You want to cover what you like about it real quick then?
Yeah, so looking at GJ on the daytime frame, there was a lot of consolidation, right? Them figuring out their numbers, where the money was. So they came down here to the 13, right? And if you look at the TDI, I'd never like trading when TDI is riding um, that top Bollinger Band or the bottom Bollinger Band. When it looks like this, I don't like trading because all they're doing is plan, plotting, and strategizing. Right? They hit that 13, just tapped it, right? Pinned it, and then took off. Right? There was more money up there than they needed to move away. A lot of people got it right, right? And they figured that, so they had to shift up one last time. That's why we always pull our stop losses down, right? Because the market maker can always come back up, especially when there's a news release, and snatch that profit away, right? That's why we always trail our stop loss, which we will be doing here shortly on NC once I get done with this this webinar. So moving on to the O, and TDI is now outside of the top Bollinger Band and hitting that high level line. This is what we love to see. All right, moving on to the 4 hour time frame. Once they hit that peak formation, they moved sideways, right? A lot of plan, plotting, and strategizing to see where that money is. Basically, assess the damage that was done, and now it's time to get their money back. TDI is blown out of that top Bollinger Band, and it's actually blown above that high level line, right? That's what we love to see, and we got a sun right here. Move on to the 1 hour time frame. I gotta figure out how to get. Let me just zoom out. See if that'll fix it. Yeah, that's a little better. All right. So here's first leg. Right. Second hit. Second leg essentially. Waiting for them to come back up and give us another hit later in the evening. Right. This is really premature for us. We don't take those early hits, but the bias for us tonight is short, right? He's got the damage done. Right now, it's time to go in line with the market maker trend. So looking back, had Monday, right? Um, a lot of consolidation, but essentially, false move week beginning. They came up, back, retested. That money wasn't there, so they came back down and retested again, and then shot up. So we would have entered. Actually, we wouldn't have. No, because they didn't give a clear W or M. So they wouldn't have got us, uh, thankfully, because they didn't give us that pattern that we like seeing. And then we would have laughed once they came up during London and took off, continued during Asian. So a lot of retail traders, right, got messed up here, right? He collected contracts here, collected contracts here and trapped, collected contracts here and trapped, and basically he evaluated the numbers, right, and there was a lot more people that got it right than got it wrong. So the money was up here, so he went ahead and shifted that right here at the 50 EMA, right? All that consolidation was at the 50 EMA, pulled up very strong and got out of there. So not only did he have trap volume here, he had people like us that know the market maker trend, right? And we had sales here, we had buyers, right? But we had a lot more sales here. We had buyers here, but a lot more sellers here, and buyers here and a lot more sellers here. And he said if he continues down, right, he's going to lose money. Lose money. He didn't induce enough buyers. And then he went ahead and shifted. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So now that the damage is done, people took their profit or uh-oh. Says I've been signed out. We'll go ahead and
That's my fault.
pause this. All right. So again, shifted up, damage is done, hit a lot of people's stop losses up here, right? Continued up. Hopefully those that got it wrong, right, place a stop loss. If not, oh my goodness. Um, but the bias tonight is definitely short, right? He's got to get some of that money back that he used to shift the market, because the market maker has to pay in order to move the market. That's why he can't do crazy moves like this all the time. Because it costs money to move the market. It's raining over here now. It's coming down. But again, to keep it short, biases short, waiting for them to come back up and retest the high. If they exceed this and do their 25 pip push, then we'll just wait for that M in the 25 pip box before they drop. All right, moving on to GN. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Sorry, my laptop. I thought it was going to be good to go, and it signed in under yours, and it went crazy. Okay, so GN, we're now back to looking at, we're looking for short positions still. I don't really think we're quite ready yet. I don't think it's quite ready to start taking a short position. Um, but it could happen. On the day chart, we have that bottom star. We have no indicator on the top end yet, though. So that makes me question it just a little bit. However, if we move down to the 4-hour chart, right? We got our star towards the 50 EMA and a trap through a 000 line. So that's a very good sign there. What it looks like to me is we have 2 levels of drop, and then we're now looking for the third. So what I'd like to see is for them to continue to throw below that 50 and below that 000 indicator there. That is the buy and ask lines are on. Yep, right there. And that will help confirm that trade just a little bit better. If we move down to the 1-hour chart, or real quick, actually, while I'm at it, if you look at the TDI right down here at the bottom did you switch already?
No, it's back.
Okay, so on the 4-hour chart, right, if you look right here, TDI is about to meet the market baseline. So very good indicator of that stop hunt, right? That's kind of what I like to see, is for them to come back up during the stop hunt, hit that 50, or excuse me, that market baseline, and they almost actually came up to the 50 level here too. So pretty good there. Pretty happy with that. Only thing I didn't like so far is that day chart. 1-hour chart though, right? We look at that and things start to get a little bit better still. We do have a sun on the bottom end, but we now have a moon on the top
Hey, bro, I have to run and
end.
go close my windows in my car real quick. I'll be
Okay,
back.
yeah. So we got the close still within the 000 line, and we are looking for them to close below this sun, right? I'd like to see that sun shift on a short bias, completing the level, and confirming the 3 push trend market maker trend. All right. So I mean, we missed some pretty good some pretty good movement, however, over here, right? However, that happened during the Asian session, and we don't trade the Asian session, and that's why we didn't take that trade. So it's a lot of money that was missed out on, but it wasn't lost. They just blew out an Asian box and shifted that zone So that doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. But we don't trade the Asian session because of the volatility and the way the market makers like to collect their contracts. All right, I'm ready to move on to the final pair, EG, the check down pair, as they say. All right, so we're on the day time frame, and we've got they've come back down even farther than I expected to retest what looks to be this current level, this leg right here, based off the pushes from GU and GJ. As you can see, this is why we use it as the check down. As GU and GJ move down, right in here, this candle, right. Excuse me, GJ moved up, EG shifted down, right? So that's why I like to use it as a check down pair. I don't really like to trade it just because it's so expensive to trade. It costs a lot of money to trade that one more than some other pairs. But again, this is still kind of confirming my bias for GU, Javon's bias for GJ, and enabling us to make better decisions. Okay. So 4-hour chart, let's just touch on that real quick. I just want to point out, right? So we got two moons on the bottom end. We got our moon here and moon here, right? So this is a follow-up moon. So again, confirming, but this moon came, right? It was a gap. When they opened the market, this was a gap. They gapped the market down and started moving back up. If you actually do move the 15-minute chart, I think you'll see it a little bit better.
You said the 15?
Yeah, because they gapped opening the day, right?
On what day?
Today.
You're muted, bro. He's signing me out again.
I don't know what's going on. My computer's being retarded. It's opening Zoom and closing Zoom, and I don't understand what's. Sorry about that. Anyways, scroll to the beginning of the day for me, right? There. Yep, there we go. That's what I wanted to get at. Right in here. They gapped down opening the market, right, for the day, and that is where that moon came from on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so just wanted to point that out because if you look at the 4-hour chart, that candle looks a little weird as to like why did the open happen so much farther down in relation to the last candle, and that is because they gapped the market opening the day. That's really what I wanted to highlight. All right. Javon, you got anything else you want to cover?
Nope. That is it.
Okay.
This is what he's talking about as far as you see once candle shifts, it closes sideways, continue down, sideways, continue down, and that's not flush right at all. That's what he was talking about.
Yep, that's exactly right. Okay, that's all I got. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the group chat or send us a DM. Apologize for the technical difficulties and the weather interruptions that kind of happened mid-webinar, but it is what it is.
I have a soaked bar now.
Spectacular. We'll be back. We will be back though on Sunday to give you your week opening analysis on what we got coming up for next week. Next week, beginning of the month. So we'll have non-farm payroll coming up next Friday. So a lot of stuff going on and a lot of news drops in the beginning of the month just so that they can market makers can shake things up. So I guess, yeah, we'll see you guys then, 8:30 Central Standard Time. Have a good night.